You with it, baby? Too much is fake for your foolery, ain't it crazy? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, you won't faze me. You ain't really hard like you imagining, bragging about being toxic, but you ain't really that hazardous. Rap God, if you don't believe in me, then it's blasphemous. Everything that you are is an acronym to my adjectives. But I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man, then black is seasoned with my panthers. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome, just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing, keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face, way. Now it's like work for 10K, all cause it is 10 gaming. Bit insane.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Jaguars of Brooklyn. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Already here, they'll audible to something else. Rodgers going to come out throwing. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Rodgers wants to change the look. Here's Rodgers. Off play action. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Lyon. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Pacheco once again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw in the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only
Javante Parker. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes rolling to his right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Rodgers off the play fake. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Jaguars had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, you know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And now an audible here into something else. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Jaguars! Garrett Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble, because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Chidobe with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hey, 626.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
We often hear the phrase short-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, with the problems they've had giving away the football in this first half, they've got to be over the moon that this is still a tie ball game. So here's where a quarterback has to move the turnovers to.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and taking it right down Broadway. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands of Kirk. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, 58 yards. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
He's got a man complete. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Out to the right here to Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. Rodgers throwing on first down. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll audible to something else. On play action. Now Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10.
26. Over 50. Back north. Inside.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught by Wilson. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Over. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Now Rodgers. Open man right side is Ingram. Touchdown Jaguars. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. On first down, Mahomes. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And in the second half of the tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return, here's Agnew. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Pushes past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. In motion goes the tight end. Mixon with a 1st down carry. He stiff arms him. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On play action, Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. An option handoff here to Mixon. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Finds his tight end Ingram. And so close, he gets into the 1. Out of bounds right there. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Rodgers with a keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Tony's Giants' tenure lasted less than a season and a half, but KC dealt for the former 1st-rounder because they feel they can unlock his potential. They look pretty good there, getting the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now Mahomes. It's caught inside the 25. touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 75. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Once again, they run with Mixon. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he works free. There he goes right side. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll be out right at the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Now Rodgers, off play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now they'll shift things around.
Hey, take 26.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
26. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And a completion to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jags first down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Rodgers going to throw. Over the middle here to Wilson. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
88. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Inside.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Get 300. Get 300. Jump out. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down by a good couple of yards as they will indeed get the conversion there on 4th and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Hey, Mike.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Rodgers wants to change the look. He'll look to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Here's 1st down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. He's got space past the 25, and he will have a Chiefs first down, and that's the one that should seal the victory. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's